Welcome back to like part 6,000 of Piers Morgan spoon feeding me content like a little toddler. And to be honest with you, I haven't really watched any of his like political bullshit because I'm not gay. But the shit that I do watch where he's just clowning on losers, I mean, honestly, those solidify him as like one of my favorite people to exist. I mean, seriously, this guy's a badass. So whenever I see a title like Mushrooms Can't Be Gay, I have to watch it. Like, it's a rule at this point.
When we launched this show about 16 months ago, this was the kind of story I had in mind. The Royal Kew Gardens are set to hold an exhibition called Queer Nature at the end of the month. The event promises to break the binary and challenge traditional expectations by showing how fungi and plants have a special connection to the LGBTQ community.
Bro, how the fuck can they say that they're challenging traditional expectations by making plants gay? Motherfucker, that is traditional expectations. I'm not surprised that you decided to make something gay. You know what would really surprise me? If they were like, hey, we're celebrating plants and their straightness. That would be incredibly surprising. But even then, like, dog, who the fuck cares? I think giving a sexuality to plants is like naming a rock. It's fucking useless, and there's sure as shit no reason to celebrate it. Like, seriously, I know that there were like only 10 seconds into the video, and I should probably just let it play, but I gotta say, celebrating something as useless as giving plants a sexuality is like if your whole family set up a surprise party for your Little League participation trophy. It's an actual waste of time, and it's glorifying something that at the end of the day has no significance at all. I just don't get it.
Queer nature to me is basically a very apt description of nature.
For me, queer nature is about rethinking how we see the world around us and our place in it.
Viewing the world of nature as queer is an act of freedom and liberation.
You say what you want about like, oh, well, every month other than one is straight. But like, bro, y'all got a whole fucking month. Y'all got every single company on the planet celebrating your month, right? 20% of Gen Z is LGBTQ, and literally every movie, TV show, hell, even fucking comics are being turned to pander to LGBT. Like, dog, y'all ain't got enough? Like, now you gotta take fucking nature too? Like, bruh, leave it to y'all to fucking paste a sexual preference on a goddamn oak tree. I mean, we got fucking gay cactuses and shit. Like, listen, as a straight dude, I can say with 100% certainty that I have never gone outside and thought, man, that tree's looking incredibly straight today. Because it's fucking useless. I have better shit to do with my time. Like, this is the type of shit that I just don't get. You'll have one of these groups like LGBTQ, fucking vegans, right? Like people like that, where they will just put all of their time and energy into something so incredibly minuscule and meaningless, and they just expect you to applaud them like they just fucking solved world hunger. Bro, no one cares if thinking of nature as queer is liberating. Go get a fucking job, dude.
Well, the event promises to bring together horticulturalists, scientists, authors and drag artists, even featuring a performance from a bearded lady and a DJ who will play queer sets. My question for all this is why? Let's get into the weeds of the debate with Outkick host Tomi Lahren and the comedian James Barr. James, welcome back.
Hold on, man. Listen, okay. I may eat my words here, but he just said this man is a comedian. I got $1,000 that says he is the least funny person in the group. I mean, look at him. He's already pissed, okay? That's all I gotta say, all right?
Sorry, did you launch this show with the idea of talking about gay mushrooms?
Yes.
That's why you launched this.
I have some gay mushrooms here.
Minister, you just wanted to do a segment about queer mushrooms.
Thank you for teeing up my gay mushrooms.
Wow.
They don't look very gay.
Wow.
I mean, they look like normal mushrooms to me.
Well,
are you feeling a gay connection to these mushrooms?
Listen, I feel a gay connection to a lot of things, Piers, including yourself right now.
Really?
Is that like, listen, man, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but like, I've never personally seen a gay comedian, but is that what they do? Like, is that the funny, like how some women comedians where every joke is about their vagina, is a gay comedian just someone who jokes about their gayness? Like, dog, can't you just be funny and also be gay? It doesn't have to be one or the other. Like, again, man, maybe I have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, but if that's his comedy, I mean, shit, call me a comedian because I'm way funnier than that shit.
I would say that mushrooms scientifically have about 23,000 different genders. So that's where this exhibit is coming from.
23,000 genders of mushroom.
Exactly.
There's not. This is a mushroom.
No, well, ask a scientist if you don't believe me.
I've not asked a scientist. This is called a mushroom. That's it.
But they're fungi.
Nothing sexual about mushrooms.
What? Sex is not about mushrooms, no.
So why are we having some queer celebration of things like mushrooms?
I just don't understand why you care. Why is this such a problem?
I care because I don't see the point of it.
Because what?
We've just had
queer
Pride, we just
people
had
happy.
Pride Month, where the entire month was taken up with turning everything LGBTQ, and now it's 2+ something else, right? It's extended. Right?
Piers,
So letters I can't even remember.
the rest of the year is
Why
straight.
does Kew Gardens have to go queer? I don't get it.
Why can't it?
Why should it?
Well, because
Why
it
can't we just have
celebrates-
straight plants?
Because I tell you what it's doing, it's making queer people feel happy, and ultimately, isn't something
Sorry,
that's
but
making
society
people feel
shouldn't just
happy a
be
good
about
thing?
changing everything so that you, James Barr, get your kicks out looking at a kinky mushroom.
Listen,
Bro, like, listen, this is the problem with just people in general, and I'm definitely not excluded from this, okay? No matter how hard I try. Listen, people are now so used to being pandered to and being treated like a hurt feeling is worse than a broken bone that we got people like this who are like, a massive corporation hasn't gone out of the way to make me happy in a while. Let's make up some fucking nonsense about how plants are queer so that this, like, 300-year-old garden has to pander to our bullshit. They do something that fucking ridiculous and just think it's normal. Because, again, your feelings are more valuable than gold. Now, obviously, there's different levels to this shit. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not excluded from the people who are pandered to, but you would sure as shit not see me preaching about queer plants. I'm more like, I expect a grocer to double bag my milk. But even that, in a sense, is fucking ridiculous because expecting people to make you happy is nonsense. They don't owe you shit, so stop acting like this is normal.
you might want to spend your life being miserable, but I'll tell you what really
I'm
is
very
going on
happy.
here. I'll tell you
I'm
what's
not miserable
actually
at all.
happening. Like yesterday, you lost an NTA to a gay man, so you've decided to find any story you can to attack queer people because you want to get your
I
back on Graham
I
Norton.
hadn't actually thought of that.
That's
but yes.
exactly what's happening.
It is true. It is
Absolutely
entirely
pathetic
Graham
and
Norton.
sad.
It's entirely Graham Norton's sexuality that enraged me. Let's bring in Tommy Laren. Tommy, I just don't know where we start with this. Kew Gardens is like the epicenter
Well, hey, listen.
of British heritage. The establishment. It's like you go there with your mum and dad, you take your cucumber sandwiches, and you look at lovely plants. What you don't do is think about their sexuality, or 23,000 genders, or have a queer celebration of mushrooms. What is happening?
Man, I don't know what's goofier, holding a fucking queer event at a garden or bringing a fucking cucumber sandwich. I swear to God, dude, British people just be eating anything. They get tired of their beans on toast and they're like, you know what else we could put on toast? Crunchy water. But ooh, that's a little too much flavor. So you know what? Let's put another piece of fucking toast on it. Like, my God, bro. I know this has nothing to do with like the actual shit they're talking about, but like, I can't even believe these people fucking exist. I gotta be honest.
Well, I'll tell you this, what concerns me is if there are 23,000 genders for mushrooms and fungus, I'm a little concerned because the LGBTQ plus barbecue is already too long for most Americans and most people to memorize. So now if we have 23,000 genders added to that, I'm not sure we want to take our cue from plants, but you hit the nail on the head, Piers. Why does everything have to be about queer this, gay that? Why is that the only thing that leftists seem to respond to? It's either race, gender, or climate change. Race, gender, climate change. That's it. Everything has to be gay. Everything has to be about race. Everything has to be about the planet.
Wow, man. Notice how the only delusional one here is fucking Malding when he's faced with just genuine facts. Like, if she was spewing a bunch of bullshit, then I'd understand. But this man is fucking pissed over the plain truth. Like, bro, get over yourself.
Yeah, there has been a whole debate actually about whether plants are racist. I remember that one as well. The thing about
That's
this.
probably a debate that you had, though.
No, but the thing about this, James, is I just don't see the point of it other than to wind people up, which I think you're almost admitting.
No,
It's like,
absolutely not. It's not winding anyone.
but
It's
imagine
winding you up.
if I announce tomorrow we're going to go down to Chelsea Flower Show and we're going to have a straight day where straight people like me
But you're missing
will go. Straight people like me, who, by the way, for the record, are not remotely homophobic, right? Go down to Chelsea Flower Show and we make everything about the straight sexual affinity.
You did just
Hang
say
on.
Graham Norton's sexuality enraged you. So
No, it was obviously a joke.
Was
because
it? Was
You
it
made
meant
a
to be-
stupid, facile point about his sexuality.
Interesting.
But I don't care whether he's gay or not. I care that he beat me. That pisses me off. But let's go back to Chelsea Flower Show. If I had a straight day or a straight week at the Chelsea Flower Show and started talking about the straight heterosexual affinity that we all felt with fungi and daffodils, you would go completely nuts.
Really would.
And said, look at these white, straight gammon abusing us in this manner, excluding us in this manner.
If you and Tommy want to set up a straight mushroom exhibit with loads of straight, grey, boring, binary mushrooms,
I'm not doing it.
Waving guns around, like,
James,
go for it.
I'm not doing it.
What? Dude, like, is bro saying that being straight means you're boring and wave guns around? Like, what? Dude, there's plenty of gay people who own guns and there's plenty of straight people that don't. Like, that is such a wild point to make. Also, like, how the fuck is that not, I don't know what the term is, straight phobic? Maybe? Like, I don't know. I don't care, but how would what he just said not be considered straight phobic? Because if I were to describe a gay event as like, oh, if you want to go make a fruity little event with all your male strippers and your strap-ons, if I were to say that, you'd call me homophobic right off the bat. Like, that's the fucking first thing you'd say. When in fact, that statement is literally more true than what you said. I'm not homophobic. I'm just pointing out facts. You're literally just making shit up, but that's not straight phobic. Like, all I'm saying is you're a fucking hypocrite. Like, simple as that, man.
It's your community that's doing
not.
it.
Listen, you're the one that's hosting a debate on an international platform about mushrooms.
Yes.
Gay mushrooms.
Because the event is happening.
Gay mushrooms. When I was
I'm
younger,
not calling them gay mushrooms.
What do you want to do
I
when
don't
you're
think
older?
mushrooms
And I
can
said, you know
be gay.
what? I want to defend queer
It's
mushrooms.
not a gay mushroom. Look, you just eat it.
I don't understand why he's acting like this conversation is ridiculous, and yet he's still fucking defending it. Dog, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have to defend everything gay people do. Obviously, you think this is just as ridiculous as everyone else, but you're still sitting there spewing out the same shit that they are. Like, I just don't get it. It's not like you're gonna be shunned out of being gay if you don't agree with something they're doing. Like, you're literally just defending this shit for the sole reason that you don't like straight people. Like, dog, Piers Morgan and the other lady are laughing, smiling. They clearly don't hate you, okay? If they did, they'd be on your shit about everything. But, like, you look at this guy, and he's been absolutely fucking livid the entire discussion. Like, my guy, just admit you hate straight people and move on.
Like a mushroom. Right?
Wow, I hope you enjoyed that.
They're not poisonous, are they?
You know you're now queer because you can catch queerness from a mushroom, by the way.
Tommy,
That's
I think, Tommy, my overriding view, like you said, everything has to be reduced to this kind of stuff. It is pandering, virtue signaling nonsense. But what worries me is that the corporate world, like Kew Gardens and their management, they get sucked into this. They think it's a good idea. Whereas I can imagine lots of people who attend these events will be thinking, what is going on? Why are they doing this?
Yeah, I think it's just out of step with most people. I don't know why everything has to be about sex and sexual preference. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think most human beings go about their day worried about the gender of a mushroom or a fungus or what gender they prefer to sleep with. I don't know why everything has to be reduced to this. Can we all just go about our lives? It hasn't been until 2020, I believe, that everything had to be about how you identify and what pronouns you use. Can't everything just be as it is without having to dissect the heterosexuality, their homosexuality, or the queerness of everything, give everything some kind of a queer rating?
Not for real, though, okay? This is a mushroom. Who cares that it has 36,000 genders or whatever? It's a mushroom. It tastes good, and that should be the mindset right there, okay? You don't have to dissect every little aspect of something and twist it to like, oh, does this fit my group? Does this pander to my delusions? Like, who cares, okay? Yes, mushrooms do have 36,000 genders. That's not because they're woke, okay? That's not because they're battling normalcy. It's because they're fucking cool. It's incredibly interesting. The way they work is interesting. You can be interested in it. But calling them queer icons is fucking ridiculous, okay? Mantis shrimps can see colors that humans can't see. It's incredibly fascinating. They're not fucking icons for people with good vision. They're just cool little shrimps. Quit labeling shit as gay or not gay. Like, who cares? Also, I like to point out that a lot of the time, the LGBTQ shit, where they just claim something, literally only happens from what seems to be that they just assume if they don't, that it's straight. If that makes sense. Like earlier, he said that the reason Gay Pride Month exists is because every other month is straight. And that's just not fucking true, okay? Every other month is just another month. There's no fucking straight label on it because that's ridiculous. I feel like gay people just assume they're in a perpetual game of tug of war with straight people, when in reality, we aren't even fucking participating. We don't care, okay? Like, look at these two. They're just sitting back and laughing at how fucking ridiculous this is. We're not claiming every other month, okay? We're not fighting to call nature straight. We don't fucking care, okay? Like, it's not straight or gay. It's like there can be a middle ground of just nothing. You don't have to put a fucking label on everything. I mean, seriously, you're fighting an opponent that's not even in the ring, okay? This shit is fucking useless.
I
Why
totally agree.
Why do you both keep talking about it?
We're running out of time. James, final question, and make it a quick answer. What is the gayest plant?
I honestly, I'm not answering that. Do you know what? All
Why
parts,
not?
okay? Every single person on this planet has different.
You're not going to name a plant?
To celebrate.
Is there not one that you think?
I guess a daffodil's pretty gay.
daffodil.
I like a daffodil.
A gay daffodil.
Yeah.
All right, well, on that bombshell, we'll leave it there. Tommy, thank you very much indeed for joining me. It's nuts. We know it's nuts, but James will keep coming back to defend the nuts, and that's why I like him.
Yeah, no, I mean, he summed it up pretty well. This James guy is fucking delusional. And, like, I honestly hate when people are like, oh, why are you arguing with me? Oh, why do you have to argue that much? Because if you genuinely believe in something and you have proof to back it up and, like, all this shit, then you shouldn't be shamed for arguing it, okay? Defending your point, that's fine. But, like, this guy is just arguing for the sheer reason to be a dickhead and protect a bunch of delusional people. Like, dog, you're making yourself look fucking ridiculous for the sheer reason of you want to defend your group. Why? Why? They're doing stupid shit. You agree that they're doing stupid shit. You acted like it was dumb the entire fucking time. Why are you defending it? It's fucking stupid. Anyways, sub to the channel. Unless you think mushrooms are a queer icon, then you're honestly too far gone. This channel won't help you. Maybe try a therapist.